Hey y'all, miss me much? I know, I miss me too. But here I am, back again on my grind, heading to work. So I wanted to give you guys another car chat. Don't forget, if you're new to my channel, please like and subscribe. I try to go on here as much as possible, not just talking about my everyday thoughts or issues, but sometimes I share things that's going on around me in the real world or whatever it may be. My message today will be teenage kids, or boys for me, because right now I have a young teenage boy. He's the only one left. I have two older daughters that are grown, but he's the only boy, and he's going through, that teenage stage, trying to find himself. And me as a parent, single mother, his dad passed when he was 2, so he really hasn't had a male figure in his life to really guide him through, the male issues in life. And I try to do my best to do that and help him in wherever area I can. Of course, I can't teach him everything because I am not a man. But real life situations, real life talk, sex, dating, all of that, we've had those conversations and still have those conversations on a daily basis. I ask him uncomfortable questions. He may laugh at it or whatever, but I have to ask, because children these days, if you don't ask, they won't tell you. And then most of the times, if they ask you, they still won't tell you the truth. But why I got him at this stage where I feel like he's open enough to talk to me, I want to know everything. Now, as far as his, things he do when he's, to himself, as young boys do, I don't want to know about that. But as far as his friends, the people he's hanging around, his school, the neighborhood, when he goes over his friend's house in the neighborhood, I try not to be too overbearing, but these days it's hard not to be, because it's a lot of things going on, and there is no explanation for it. Oh Lord, it is very busy out here to be Saturday, guys. But I try my best to be open with him. If he asks me a question, I try to give him my best possible positive parental answer. Of course, I may not know the answer to all the questions he's asking me, but the questions that I do not know, I try to get an answer from somebody else that I'm pretty sure that would know the answer. But I know I'm not alone in this situation with dealing with young boys, because there's a lot of single women out here, and I'm one of them. But I just find it sometimes hard for me to, like, when he asks, can he go somewhere with his friends, or you know, go either to the movies, to the skating rink and stuff like that. I be wanting to say no. I know it's wrong. I know it's wrong because he got to have a social life. But God forbid if anything happened to my son out here in these streets. Yeah, excuse me. I have to put a little grease on my lips. Because they looking a little pookie-ish in New Jack City. If you're old enough to know, you know. But I don't know. I know he has to grow up. I do. But I'm not ready for all this. Like I said, I've had girls. My girls are older. And the way they talk about their childhood, you would think I had them down up under the stairs and I brought them a plate once a day. Well, my oldest, but my middle girl, she's, you know, sometimes she goes through her stage. But you would think they had the worst childhood ever from what responses that I get from my oldest, especially now. If you haven't had a chance, check out the video on my channel that says Powerful Message. Oh my God, that message spoke to my soul. It should be a staple, a pinned message on everybody's page about these older kids thinking that we have to do the things that we do for them. Most of the times when these kids get older, they have kids, and of course you're automatically labeled the babysitter because you're grandma. And a lot of these kids got it messed up. They really do. They so spoiled rotten. They spoiled to the point where they don't even notice that the things that they had was a privilege. Not a right, a privilege. So it goes on to say, the way that you know, my older, well, I may only just specify my oldest right now, because my middle girl, she's agreed to some of the things that my oldest say, but as far as, you know, me providing for them or doing for them, oh, she gives me my props all the time, because she know it's hard out here. If she didn't know, she know now. And you would think my oldest know now, finna be 30. How hard it is. What a blessing it is to have somebody to keep your kids, to allow you to be able to go to work, go having a little fun sometime. You would think she would know that, but being she was the oldest, she felt that she had to be the one to be there to be with it. No, ma'am. You wasn't being there watching my kids. You was just being at home. You weren't watching your sister and your brother. You weren't cooking for them. You weren't cleaning up behind them. You weren't doing none of that. You was just there because you lived there. Now, if you had some other place to go, or you had some other place to be, you sure didn't say anything. And at that age, you ain't had no job, you ain't had no free, no friends that's driving and had no place of their own, so you ain't had no place to be but home. So, I get, sick of hearing that about you kept my kids. No, sweetie. You was at home with my kids. It's a different thing. But once you got older and you had your first baby, we're now pregnant with a second one, I kept your baby. And I kept them. Because I had to take them places. Feed them. Cook, clean. I had to do all that. That's what you call keeping somebody. But, back to my son. But he's the youngest. He asked me, can he go with his friends today? Make sure I ain't finna hit nobody, because we don't want no accident now. And he rarely do ask to go places. So when he do ask to go places, I try to keep it in me to, first of all, act happy that he's getting out the house. As you see, I say act. But secondly, I just go into this panic mode where I have to repeat everything about being safe. You in the car with them, put your seatbelt. You see anything dangerous, or you see you in a situation that's going to go bad, go the opposite way. Don't run to the crowd, run away from the crowd. I just feel like I just have to recall everything that I've talked to him about before, because I just go on panic mode. Like, what if, because I know sometimes when you put yourself in a situation, you don't think about everything that, has been instilled in you when something happens. Which he does have a cell phone, so he can call me, but what if he gets into a situation where he can't use his phone? I think about all of that. And I don't know. I don't know if it's just me being paranoid, but y'all know the history. I don't have to, repeat everything that you've been seeing in the news, locals, statewide, and nationally, about our young black kids. Not only violence against them by, law enforcement, but violence against them by our own people. We're killing our own people. For what? Just a little of nothing. Ego. That's all it is. Ego. That ego can get us in a lot of trouble. That ego has a lot of people sitting off in the prisons today. And the more you try to talk to these young kids these days, the more it just seems like it goes unheard. And I just pray that my son isn't one of those kids. I pray to God he isn't. Sometimes I just wish I could just fast forward 10 years and see how he turned out. Did he follow the straight and narrow, or did he go down the wrong path, get with the wrong people? So I can kind of like keep him away from you. You don't want to keep him away from people, because then he'll be antisocial, like I am. So you want to try to keep his mind open to new people, new possibilities, new places, things, people, person, places. You want to have him well-rounded and not just stuck in this one little, He's a smart kid. He really is. And I know he gets tired of me drilling him every time he wants to go somewhere, but I just can't help it. I can't help it, Lord. I watched too many videos seeing young men shot dead, and the first thing they do, take their phones out and record, put it on social media. Social media finds out before the family. God. Lord knows. Come on now, black car. You got the right of way. Let's get on out there. But let's get back to the social media thing. It has taken over our lives. Oh, let me call my mama. She knows she has me something to eat. I know y'all say every time y'all come on here and I get ready to go to work, I have to stop at my mom's house because she got me some. So what? Y'all jealous? Because my mama love me.
I'm outside.
Okay, I'm finna come around the corner.
Okay.
All right. She waiting. But I forgot what I was talking about. Mess with y'all. Okay. Oh yeah, social media. It has taken over our kids' time, mind. I know when we was growing up, I used to say, Mom, can I go outside? I used to ask, can I go outside? I wanted to go outside. But now you rarely hear your kids ask, can they go outside? Hey. I'm talking about you.
What?
Okay. There she go, y'all.
Hey.
She be keeping me fed, y'all. I'm gonna be big as a house after a while. But yeah.
All right, I'm looking at the film.
Okay then. I'll talk to you.
All right.
All right.
I seen Charles walk across there.
Who?
Charles.
Charles who?
My brother Charles.
Walk across what?
This little late brother in funeral.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Eve, little my sister husband.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't tell you about he died that night and then the mama died the next morning.
Talk about Lula Bay mama?
They got both bodies in there.
Oh, okay.
His mama, he died that night and his mama died the next morning. Yeah,
All right, that's sad.
yeah.
All right, I'll talk to you. Okay, y'all. Sorry about that, but I had to get my plate. So oh yeah, about the social media thing. But like I said, when we was older, when we was younger, we used to ask, can we go outside? Going outside was a privilege, was an adventure. Going outside was something that the children in the neighborhood was punished. We was punished. You hear me? That was a punishment. Not being able to go outside. Can you believe that? Ooh. Now you rarely see kids. What was I gonna say? Is they gonna let these folks in? Now you rarely see the kids outside just playing. Is somebody gonna come and what you call it? Oh, I was just gonna say, cause if I be late, we'll have to look. Let's continue this later on. Okay, I get back with y'all.